Hello, I'm Colin Harris, Technical Director of Knoware. We are a specialist business intelligence, analytics and SAS consultancy based in New Zealand. This is the second part in a series of videos where I give independent feedback on the recent SAS Global Forum held in San Francisco in May 2013. This is the range of topics we cover on all of the different parts of this feedback, but this particular part is covering the third section, which is talking about cloud computing, the information we found coming back from SAS Global Forum about how SAS works with the cloud. Okay, so SAS have recognised that cloud support is really important and have got quite a lot of support in previous versions of SAS, but they've enhanced that dramatically with 9.4. This section is just a few short slides talking about the cloud support that SAS has, just to give you an overview that SAS does do this, and there's a lot more details on the SAS website to go into more detail. So SAS supports the availability to have SAS through a public cloud, so something like Amazon or a number of suppliers are now providing public clouds where you can get SAS loaded up and you don't have to have the effort and hassle of having SAS installed in your own data center and maintain and support it in that way. You can also, it supports private cloud, so what that is where you've set up cloud infrastructure within your own organization, and there's a capability of a hybrid cloud as well, a combination of both of those. So we're talking about from a New Zealand perspective, but SAS provides a hosting service as well as a form of public cloud, and they've been doing that for a number of years. In the early days it was called SAS On Demand and was only available really to academic institutions, so the universities and the like, they didn't need to load up the software and manage and maintain it. SAS would provide that, so that was a good proving ground for this technology, and now they've opened that up to all organisations, and they have quite a large number of customers who are directly using their hosted service, which is providing that via the cloud technology. So they have that based in the US, with a lot of customers in the US using the hosting facility that they have based there, and there's also one in Europe as well. New Zealand question mark there. It's not available here at the moment, but within New Zealand and Australia, they're looking at the possibility of hosting a service, and we'll just need to watch the space and see if that does happen. Some of the other terms in terms of cloud technology, SaaS, software as a service, or platform as a service, both of those two approaches are supported from SAS. What are some of the benefits of SAS in the cloud? Well, the traditional way is that you load, install, implement SAS software on your own hardware, so your own servers within your own data centers. By putting it out in the cloud, it means you don't have to have that hassle, so you don't have to have the install or maintain those environments, which can be a reasonable amount of time and effort to do so. It also can be time-consuming to do that in terms of, right, I want this capability as soon as possible, and that may, by putting an internal IT project together to do that, that may be a number of months to get the hardware in place, get the install all set up and the software installed and tested, and so on. And for those organisations that are not familiar with SAS, it's a new technology to learn and so on, and your internal IT people may find that more of a struggle than, of course, someone who's got that capability already and can just provide that capability from the cloud. So the third point down there, you can be up and running very quickly. Theory is that you need capability, you need a SAS environment, you should be able to ring up a supplier and say, this is what I want, and that could be delivered to you in a number of days rather than a matter of months, which it traditionally is going through an IT project to get that in place. Another benefit is the ability to scale. So, of course, if you're providing your own hardware, you're providing a fixed size server. That's changing a little bit by lots of people are having virtualized environments, so they can change the size internally, but even more easily to scale up or down by using a cloud provider. You may have, for example, a 4-processor server that you have, and you have some increased requirement over the next 3 months. You need to double or triple the size. You can simply call your provider, your cloud provider, and say, we need that to be now 12 processors or extra disk or whatever, and they should be able to provide that within a matter of hours or days and say, yes, your capability has changed. So that's a big advantage of the cloud approach as well. Talking further about maintainability, software upgrades, maintenance updates and so on, again, your own IT people don't need to go through those. You can just say we want to change the version that we have from X to Y, and again, because the cloud providers have specialists in those areas, they can just provide that very, very quickly. I was primarily talking about 9.4, how there's a lot of changes and enhancements within 9.4, but there was a good example was presented at the conference of someone who's done this in 9.3 using the capability that already exists out in the field at the moment, and there's the name of the organisation, a German organisation who's done that, and they presented a good paper on this, and there's a detailed write-up of that paper available online as well, which it goes through and describes the learning experiences, the benefits they got from that. And in summary, they said, yes, it delivered as promised, and they are now getting the benefits from implementing SAS in the cloud, and that's working fine in doing that. That was a private cloud example, so based on their own infrastructure. Okay, with 9.4, what are some of the new things that are coming through? There's a new web-based administration interface that makes it a lot easier to manage the cloud environment. And the name they're using at the moment is SAS App Central. So you go into that application, that web-based application, and allows you to do a whole lot of different things. On the administration side, it allows you to create new virtual environments. So you can, and they demonstrated live, you can actually say, rightio, we want a new SAS 9.4 environment with this range of products. And they created one of those as we watched within a matter of minutes. So that was pretty impressive. User administration, so you can set up and say, yes, we want this group of users, these 10 users, to be able to use SAS BI toolset using Web Report Studio, this group of users to use Visual Analytics, another group of users to use what they're allowed to use in a very straightforward menu-based environment. Updating versions of SAS. Again, you can do that with this interface as well, apply a maintenance release in a very straightforward way. And again, they did that on the fly, showing, right, let's change this virtual environment from this version, apply this maintenance release, and it was done within minutes. So that's the end of this part, really just giving you an overview of what is happening with SAS and cloud computing. And if you want more details, recommend you go to the SAS website and look at the details there, or go to the SAS Global Forum Proceedings website and see some of the detailed papers that were actually presented on cloud computing. So thank you.